I'm going to talk about suspended sentences. The legislation concerning suspended sentences is found in Section 189 and Section 190 of the Criminal Justice Act 2003. So a suspended sentence is one of the sentencing options available to a court, and it means that an individual is not immediately sent into custody. So they are given a custodial sentence, and it can be from anything from 14 days up until 2 years, but they do not immediately that day go to prison. What it means is that there is a period of time known as the operational period during which the sentence is suspended. So the operational period can be anything from 6 months up to 2 years. And during that operational period, if the individual who has been given the suspended sentence were to commit a further imprisonable offence, then when they are sentenced, the suspended sentence may be activated. So that means that the court can impose a sentence that ensures that the individual should not commit a further offence during the operational period, anything from 6 months up until 2 years, because if they do, they will be at risk of the custodial sentence being activated. So the operational period can be anything from 6 months to 2 years. And the sentence, the custodial sentence that the court can impose, can be anything from 14 days up to 2 years. As well as the operational period of the suspended sentence, a court may also impose a supervision period. And during the supervision period, the individual will be required to undertake certain requirements, such as a unpaid work requirement, or a prohibited activity requirement, or a residence requirement. And during that period, the individual must complete their requirement, must abide by the requirement. And again, the supervision period can be anything from a minimum of 6 months up until 2 years. Clearly, if a sentence of imprisonment is, for example, going to be 6 months, then the operational period might be something like 12 months or 18 months. If the sentence is 2 years, then the operational period itself might well be 2 years. So during the next 2 years, the individual will be on a suspended sentence, and if they commit a further imprisonable offence during that 2-year period, then they would be at risk of the 2-year custodial sentence being activated. So to consider some of the requirements that may be incorporated within the supervision period, the requirements can include an unpaid work requirement, an activity requirement, a programme requirement, a prohibited activity requirement, a curfew requirement, an exclusion requirement, a residence requirement, a foreign travel prohibition requirement, a mental health treatment requirement, a drug rehabilitation requirement, an alcohol treatment requirement, a supervision requirement, or in a case where the individual is aged under 25, an attendance centre requirement. So under Section 189 and Section 190 of the Criminal Justice Act 2003, for an individual who has either pleaded guilty or been found guilty, a court may impose a suspended sentence. The suspended sentence may be for a custodial period of a minimum of 14 days up to 2 years. The operational requirement for that period of suspension must be a minimum 6 months up to 2 years, and a court may also impose a supervision requirement during that period, which again, minimum 6 months up to 2 years.